Hi Capricorn, this is your February 2019 reading. We have a beautiful month ahead of ourselves because Venus is going to be in your sign throughout February, starting from 3rd of Feb. We'll be looking at a month where you have some ease, some comfort, some desirable things coming your way in the month of Valentine's Day. This is a month of love. This is a month of resources. This is a month of adventure. We have some things in store for you which are very, very beautiful during the course of this month. The first great thing is that we get visibility on our new start because your ruler Saturn will visit the eclipse that happened last month. So if there was a new project or a new job you were about to begin, the clarity on that comes across during the first couple of days of February. The second gift that we have this month is that you have a beautiful new moon in your house of resources. So something new turns up in form of an asset, in form of a resource, or in form of any talent which can generate more value for you. At the very least, you see a boost in self-worth as a result of that. Then in the middle of the month, we have a very exciting aspect, which is Mars and Uranus are coming together in your emotional house. This is exciting. This is you being set free to pursue what you truly want to do. This is you being asked to remove the shackles, anything that was holding your individuality back, anything that was holding your confidence back. This is a release of it. I'm calling that an Independence Day syndrome, essentially, Independence Day aspect, because that's exactly what it is. We are set free. Uranus and Mars are coming together for the last time in our lifetime in your house of home and family. So there might be some exciting changes coming our way. These might be well awaited changes as well in our home and family sector, which give you more freedom, which give you more excitement, which give you more comfort in terms of you being able to relate to the people in your life, you being able to relate more positively with your partner or with your home or with your parents or with your place of living. There might be a change in the kind of house you're living in or the way you embellish it. And this is a great month to decorate both yourself, invest both in your own beauty as well as in the beauty of your house. Then at the end of the month, if that was not enough, we have a beautiful full moon in the house of adventure. So we're looking to gain some knowledge, we're looking to travel, we're looking to interact with people who are different from us. And both of these moons this month, the new moon and the full moon, are not challenging you. So these are easier aspects. It's an easier month after a very intense January. The only thing to look out for this month are two. The first thing to look out for is that around 13th of February, when Mars and Uranus are meeting each other, we need to be careful if we are handling any devices in the home. We need to be careful in terms of any over-the-top energy because it's an adrenal high. So any over-the-top energy within our family. You want freedom but not burn the bridges. So being a little bit careful on how the words are coming through would be important around 13th of February. Then at the end of the month, around 19th of February, we need to be careful in terms of signing any documents. I would suggest not to sign any document or launch any projects between 18th to 20th of February, because Mercury is in your house of communication after 10th of February, which means that you'll be working on maybe branding or you'll be just interacting more with your environment after 10th of February. While we do that, we might be looking to launch something, launch a communication or send an important message. 18th to 20th is not a great day to sign any commercial document, especially if you're acquiring a resource that you need. It's better to wait for some time or do it before 18th of February. Mercury will be going retrograde next month in this very area for you. So you'll be spending 9 weeks on sharpening your communication about something, figuring out how to get it across, figuring out a commercial project and the branding of it, or how to sort of present it in the fashion that it appeals more to your audience. But it will enter shadow period after 19th of February. So if you're starting any communication or branding projects after 18th or 19th of February, they might be subjected to change. So just be ready for that. So let's dig in and collect our gifts this month. As we start the month, we are still under the impact of the synod I spoke about in the last video, which is Saturn and Neptune coming together. This is us having the power to manifest our highest aspirations. This is what makes 2019 so beautiful, because Neptune is the height of inspiration. It is sitting in your house of communication. It is softening the way you communicate with your immediate environment. It is sort of reducing your boundaries with your co-workers to some extent, so you can take in some very, very different kind of ideas in and evolve your skills as a part of that. Saturn is asking you to sort of buckle down and figure out how to make those ideas work, how to make the aspiration you have about your life, the vision that you have about your life, how do you create the reality of it, which is the career you should be pursuing, where should you be working, how you should be working, and what is your leadership style. On top of that, it is asking you to work on your external image as well. How do we look? How do we take care of our body? How do we present ourselves as a leader to the world? Now, all these two aspects together, they will be working in parallel to each other throughout the year. But on 31st of January, these two aspects support each other, which means that Saturn brings discipline to our thought process, to our communication style, to our aspirations, to our courage. It's asking us to put form to the ideas that we have, put form to the way we want to present our offering to the world. If you are in a commercial field, how do you present your product to your clients? Saturn will give you the discipline this month to create the offering, the foundation, the discipline required to create it into a format that is concrete, that is solid, and it is tested through and through. Saturn symbolizes you. It stands for quality, it stands for hard work, it stands for discipline, and it does not like anything that does not last long. So it wants you to bring your energy, your identity to whatever you are creating, in form of a branding, in form of a product, in form of a communication skill, in form of any skill set that you're pursuing. Neptune is softening the persona of it. It's adding the quality, it's adding the inspiration, it's adding the highest form of Venus, the highest form of beauty into it, into your communication, into your persona, into your physical being as well. It's softening your physical looks as well. Now, while these two aspects work together, it makes February the best time for us to figure out what is the direction in which we want to go, and also to communicate with our surroundings. It makes the February, the month, an excellent month to sort of interact with our surroundings. Venus will also start supporting you from 3rd of February to interact more with your surroundings, because Venus in our sign makes us very, very charming, even more charming than before. People support us. When Venus is in our sign, we feel the support come through to us. We feel luck being drawn to us. We feel things move more easily, both physically and emotionally, when Venus is in our sign. And Venus loves to be in your sign. It gets the stability, it gets the long-term view in your sign, and it likes that. It is sort of put into discipline to create something beautiful, both physically. So it's a great time to even do any beauty changes. This month is an excellent month to do that. This is especially true if you have planets, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant between 14 to 17 degrees. So if you're a Capricorn Sun, born between 4th to 7th of January, you will be feeling the impact of Saturn very strongly. Saturn would be testing your luck. Saturn will be testing your physical body. Saturn will be testing your goals, your leadership style, your faith in what you're doing. So Saturn is testing you if you have planets between 14 to 17 degrees, especially 4th to 7th born, even a few days ahead and after as well. So especially the first 10 days January born are feeling Saturn very, very strongly. This is what I call Bradley Cooper aspect. But Saturn is asking you to use everything you got. That's what he did. I don't know if any of you have followed his production, A Star Is Born, but that is exactly what he's done. He has used every talent, every highest aspiration he has, and created a dream out of it that he always wanted to create. And in the process, he's grown with it. That is exactly what Saturn and Neptune are asking you to do. Use whatever highest aspirations, inspirations, thought processes you're getting, and infuse that into your new career start. Infuse that into a new project. Infuse that in your leadership style. Infuse that in the work that you do. This is an excellent aspect to bring more softness, more inspiration, more higher values into whatever you do, and to bring discipline to whatever you thought you wanted to always do. And this is also the point when Saturn visits the eclipse of last month, which happened on 5th or 6th of January in your sign, which gave us an impetus to start something new, release an old style, an old career, an old job, or an old project, or an old way of being in a leadership, and start a new style, start a new leadership style, have a new beginning. This is not a small new start which happened last month, because that when an eclipse new moon happens, the new moon has an impetus, has an energy of karmic shifts, of shifts that will bring about much longer changes in your life. So now with Saturn revisiting that point, it gives you the enlightenment, it gives you the structure of your new start. It starts giving you positive results of that new start if you've already put in the effort in that last month. If you thought that things were not going anywhere, you were putting effort in your new start, but the structure of it or the outcome of it was not coming about, Saturn starts producing results in that this month. Also, Saturn becomes visible as the month goes by, which makes the planet, your planet, very, very portable in terms of giving you results. And Saturn in Capricorn is productive. It creates results. It creates it creates leaderships. It creates progress in your career, because Saturn in Capricorn is very ambitious. It's about achieving something that we always wanted to achieve. I'm sorry, I'm speaking for a very long time on this aspect, but it colors your whole 2019, because these two planets will meet each other 3 times during the course of 2019. And the fact of the matter is, as I spoke in the previous video as well, is that the new start that you have right now is not so much set in stone. So the way your leadership style is, or the new project that you're starting, or the new job that you've started, or a new business you've started, the structure of that will undergo changes during the course of 2019, because Saturn, where it is moving right now, it will move back into those degrees 2 times when it goes retrograde in April. So from now till April, the structure that you're creating, the boundaries of that will modify as you learn more, as you experiment more, as you launch more. You'll realize that there are things that you don't want or you want in this new start, and that embellishment will happen going forward. That it's natural course of action. It is how things are supposed to go. But just to be aware that what we are setting right now, it is subjected to change. It will go through various iterations during the course of 2019. And Neptune is asking you to remove your preconceived notions or boundaries about who you thought you are and can be. It is giving you the inspirational idea to recreate who you are. It is asking you to not limit yourself to who you thought you are. This is not the year to limit your aspirations. This is a very, very ambitious year for you, because with Saturn in our sign, we are creating something once in 29 years. This is pretty much, and Saturn and Neptune are not going to come together till 2025, and that will be the last time they'll be together with Neptune in Pisces. These two planets are in their own signs, very potent, generating something. 2019 is the year to take advantage of that. 2019 is not the year to ask for less. It is the year to ask for more. It is the year in which you have to let go your notions of who you thought you are or who you thought you can become. It's asking you to release that. And again, this is a Bradley Cooper syndrome. He did not limit himself to being an actor. He's He's a good looking actor. He could have just limited himself to chick flicks and just done that. I'm sorry to use that word, but he went beyond his boundaries. He explored to be a singer. He explored to be a director. He explored to go beyond who he is, and he created what he thought is his masterpiece as a result of that. So this is the combination which is influencing you. It's directly impacting you, and you are the sign who's most blessed by this aspect. And so I'd like you to take advantage of that and think broader in the month of February and sow seeds of something that is more inspirational for you, that is beyond your comfort zone, that challenges your status quo and asks you to be more than who you are right now. Apart from this, this is not the only thing that is empowering you. 2019 is the year of manifestation for you. You have Mars and Pluto combining together. Mars is in Aries. It is the most potent sign it can be in. So your courage is completely on fire at the start of the month. Then we have Pluto in your sign, and they both meet together in the first 4-5 days of the month. Mars and Pluto together is ambition. It is courage. It's asking you to sort of dig deep and pull out whatever we can in form of courage and break the paradigm. This aspect happened last month as well with Saturn, where you sort of are looking at breaking the existing structure. Now Pluto is giving you the power to do that. It could be an existing format or existing way a role is supposed to be performed, an existing way a pitch is supposed to be given, an existing way that a certain branding works, and you are doing something different from norm. You're doing something different from what you're comfortable with or how you've been conditioned to be. And Pluto is giving you the power to break free from the paradigm and go for it. This aspect is happening at 21 degree exact. So Pluto is empowering and restructuring how we look and how we feel, especially if you're born around 11th of January. You'll see that I spoke about it in the Libra video as well, because Librans are being squared by this aspect. They're having this aspect in a difficult way. So I call it AOC syndrome, which is the Alexandria Cortez, essentially the Democrat, the 29-year Democrat who's come suddenly into power, and now she's being asked to deliver more than she thought she ever would get the opportunity to do. You are being brought to spotlight, and as the spotlight is on you, you have the tools to come up to the power, because Pluto is giving you the power. It is asking you to restructure the way you think about yourself and release the old way of being and become a very, very powerful leader. Pluto, Saturn, South Node together have never come together in Capricorn ever in any of our lifetimes. Their last came together was in 15th century when the churches were divided. It's a from a geopolitical events perspective, this is a very, very rare instance to happen. For you personally, it is recreating who you thought you are. It is recreating the way you are as a leader. It is giving you immense power as well as immense responsibility to offer it. Now with Mars and Pluto combining together, it's very much possible that you will face resistance in becoming who you are, both externally and internally. The external resistance could be in form of power struggles, and that will continue to be a theme this month, and it will continue to be a theme later as well. When Pluto is in our sign, there are people who do not like the way we are becoming. They don't like the new empowered self that we sort of exude. It will show up in the way your body language is. It will show up in the way you are when you present something or when you're dealing with authority figures, and there will be power struggles as a result of that. It is best to be aware of that. It does not mean we should diminish ourselves as a result of it, but just being aware that especially around the first half of the month, you have this going on. So there are people both in our home and family even. It's definitely possible that the power struggles are within family, or the power struggles are with the authority figures or the people who you're familiar with, and they see a different side of you, especially if you have planets around 21 degree of Capricorn, or if you're born around 11th of January, be prepared for that. The third thing to be prepared about is health. And I've been speaking about it like a mother for the last couple of videos, and I'm going to do it again because that's what I'm here for. Saturn, Pluto in your sign tests our physical durability. It definitely tests how well we are taking care of our career, but it also tests how well we are taking care of our physical persona. So if you're born around 5th to 7th of January, Saturn is testing your health. And if you're born before that, Saturn has already performed some tests and it has asked you to take better care of your health. And if you're born after 7th of January, Saturn is about to come there. So it will test your health. So Saturn in our sign, irrespective of which date of birth you have, what degree of Capricorn you are, when Saturn is in your sign, our physical health is tested. Because Saturn just does not want to create your career or your positioning or your leadership style. It wants to make sure that you can continue to live that destiny for a very long time, because it's giving you something for 29, 30 years. It wants you to be physically vital to be able to perform to the task it's giving you. So it will make sure that you start working out. It will make sure that you create the right diet for yourself. And this is an excellent month to do that, because what follows this is the beautiful new moon that is happening on 4th of February in your house of resources, which includes our diet, which includes our money, which includes all the resources that physically and emotionally support us. So you're getting a new boost in that. So this is a great month to change both, have a makeover if you like, whatever makes you feel great about yourself. It's not about looking different for somebody else. It's about getting in the highest form of your physical shape, highest form of your mental state, getting the right things that you deserve, both in your food, in your physical persona, as well as in your career. So Saturn and Pluto want to empower you to get it. And in the month of February, because of Venus being in your sign, and with the new moon that is happening on 4th of February, starting a new diet would be an excellent idea, or starting something new that creates more worth for us in our resources area. It will be a good idea to do that. You are being aspected with Jupiter. As a result of that, Jupiter is positively aspecting that new moon, which is happening on 4th of February, which means that whatever you do right now, whether you're starting a new financial project, it could be that you're getting a new source of income, or if you're acquiring a new asset, or you're buying something for yourself which makes you feel happy, maybe you're indulging in something, or you're creating a new diet. Jupiter has its stamp on it. Jupiter supports it. There's faith in it. There's luck in it. There's a positivity which is embedded in the DNA of something that you're starting right now after 4th of February. Maybe around a day or two, wait a day or two after 4th of February to start something new, because we want the moon to be a little bit visible for you to start something. It could be a new source of income, new object of your desire, a new talent you discover that you have and there is value in that, and now you're looking at how to create more value from your talents, from your existing resources. It could be your existing money, because Mercury is in your house of money and resources as well. So your mind is already there. You've been evaluating how to create more money out of your existing resources. So right now you can get some brilliant ideas on how to enhance your worth, on how to enhance your net worth and your self-worth, meaning you are adding to your talents, you're adding to your money, you're adding to your resources. This is a very abundant new moon that is happening, and we are having a new moon this positive after a very long time. A new moon in Aquarius is always full of innovation. So there might be some innovative ways of enhancing your talents that you did not think of, and those might come to you around the time of this new moon. So 4th of February, around a few days before or after, there might be some brilliant ideas that come to you. The excellent thing is that because Mars is making an aspect to Mercury, you can actually implement those ideas right away. Those ideas could be related to investment in any new asset, investment in real estate, investment in anything that yields value for a long time. So you're looking to generate more worth for yourself, more resources for you. It could be you investing in your self-care, you taking care of your body, you investing in a new diet, investing in a new wardrobe that enhances you, investing in some time or some time taken to sort of give yourself the rest required for you to be able to perform optimally as well. This is a very innovative, very progressive, very hopeful, very visionary new moon, but there are things that come with Aquarius new moon that we need to be aware of. First of all, the Aquarius new moon is supposed to has a cold element to it, and I talked about it in the separate video I did on this new moon as well, and we are seeing that play out in Chicago and overall in America, but that that goes beyond this new moon. It's happening because of other reasons as well, but the being a little bit careful of taking care of our nervous system, taking care of our if we have any issues related to varicose veins, related to veins or circulation around the new moon, taking care of our circulatory system. So if we have any issues related to veins, related to circulation in the system, related to nervous system, managing the nerves would be important around this new moon. So if there's anything you do for self-care, like you go for acupuncture, you go for massages, or you take certain salts or minerals that sort of balances out the electrolytes in the body, doing that around this new moon would be great idea. Mercury, our intelligent mind, is at its best till 10th of February in terms of figuring out objective ways of generating more value. So if there's any financial project you need to do, better to do it before 10th of February. And Mars is also at its best, so you can make some improvements in the home, you can make some changes as required, you can act on those ideas really fast. Mars is in your home and family sector, so it's a good idea to do something in terms of doing something new at home, changing the style at home, redecorating the house, or some generating and using some of this energy productively within the house would be a better idea at this time, because Mars is squaring you right now, especially if you are a 15th January born, or if you have planets around 25 degree of Capricorn. Mars will be squaring you, which means it is charging you up to do something, to act, to work out, to do something. We have to use this extra energy we feel about now in a productive way, which could be in form of changing something in the house, working out, or improving the look of our house, or investing something new in real estate. That would be a good idea, especially if you have planets around 25 degree of Capricorn, or if you're born around 15th of January. Then from 7th to 10th of February, Mars and Uranus are working together. So there might be some surprising news coming your way. There might be somebody from your home and family who might surprise you pleasantly. There might be some new value found in the real estate that you already have. Or there might be some surprising, satisfactory news that might come between 7th to 10th of February, which is very positive. This is especially true if you are an N degree Capricorn born around 18th to 20th of January. 6th, 7th and 8th of February, the moon is in Pisces, so it will have an easier flow of ideas. Use 6th, 7th and 8th if you can, in terms of idea generation and doing some changes in the house. 9th and 10th, the energy might be more emotional. You might feel more on the edge around 9th or 10th of February. 9th and 10th of February is also when we start feeling that exciting energy of Mars and Uranus together. This is explosive. This is us asking for our freedom. This is us feeling the urgency to set free from something. This is a very, very to some extent impatient, but at the same time very exciting energy we feel in our core. It's happening in your emotional foundation, in your home and family sector. Mars wants to quickly do something and Uranus wants to set you free. Uranus is sitting in your house of home and family for the last 7 years. It's been trying to change the way you are in terms of your emotional foundations, how you receive love, how you give love, how you feel secured within in your skin. It's asking you to be free of your preconceived notions that we are inculcated with as a result of our upbringing, as a result of from where we come, on who we can become, because it wants to sort of cut the cord and ask you to set free. It's you leaving the nest, essentially. When Uranus is in our house of foundations, it wants to cut the cord so you can fly higher. It wants us to remove any emotional blockages that are holding us back to relate more fully and coming out with all our wonderful colors to the world. So this is sort of you cutting the cord. This is the Declaration of Independence. This is you feeling the urgency to change the way you interact in your personal relationships, as well as in the people who you relate on a one-on-one basis, your peers, your business partners, your clients even. Uranus has shifted how you accept love and how you feel about you. But what in your physical reality and in your actual behavior does not match that. This is the shift in that. This is you losing any fear you had and handling certain tough issues which might be related to your home and family, which might be related to your committed partner, which might be related to a client situation or a business partner. You are losing any fear right now and ending a cycle of sabotage, ending a cycle of you ever doubting yourself. You are looking at a healthy release from a situation which was blocking you from progressing forward, and there's a urgency to it. You feel now secure enough to sort of change something irreversibly, for you to unplug your full potential on an emotional level, because there was an emotional issue or a personal problem or a security issue which needed to be addressed for you to be fully confident in front of these one-on-one challenging situations. And you're going to get more and more opportunities this year to partner up with influential people, to partner up with people in your client set, to interact more with the world outside. And as you do that, you cannot have some of the things, any insecurity holding you back, and you have nothing to be insecure of. You are one of the signs who work the hardest, who's most dedicated, who gives their 200% when they go into anything. So Mars and Uranus is sort of asking you to realize your own worth and change your partnerships in line with that. It is urging you to break free of any limiting beliefs, any limiting circumstances. It's a very spontaneous, very exciting, very freeing, yet very impulsive and to some extent risk-on and erratic energy. So that's why I warned about this as well at the start of the video. It is very important to have this experience, but to channel it productively is important, because especially in your home and family area, being a little bit careful on how this is being expressed will be important, because you might be leaving an old family structure behind, an old way of feeling secured in a relationship behind, an old emotional conditioning behind, and that may not come very easily to your home and family. It might come as a bit of a surprise to your parents, or a surprise to your partner, or a surprise to the people who are close to you on who you have become, because you have changed a lot in the last couple of years. And this is the year when you're creating your next 30 years, and the next 30 years will look completely different. This is a rebirth of sort. When Saturn is in our sign and Saturn is your ruler, this is a rebirth year. So you will look different to the people in your home and family. You will look different to your partner. You will come across different to your business partners. You will come across differently to your clients. So how do we introduce this new you to the external environment? Would be the theme of second half of the month, because we have stabilizing influence in the second half of the month. Mars moves into stable Taurus on 14th of February, on the day of Valentine's Day. So we start looking to create stable processes. The energy that you like of stability yet excitement, that comes into play in the second half of the month. The degree at which this aspect is happening is 29 degree, which is in symbolic astrology, it is shown as a conductor who raises his baton and vibrates it rapidly. He suddenly points to violin who enter on a trembo. This is called being right on time. This is called being in tune with the situation. This is you taking your cue and seizing an opportunity and not letting anything within yourself stop you anymore. And Chiron is also ending a 9-year journey in your house of thinking, in your house of your opinion about yourself. It has healed the fear of being a person who needs appreciation from anybody outside. You are not you're not in this phase seeking approval from your external environment anymore. The opinion of others is not running your life anymore. The new way of connecting with others does not involve you asking appreciation, approval and love externally. You are giving that love to you yourself, and you are being made whole with this 9-year journey of Chiron the healer, finishing this journey in your house of your mindset. It has changed the way you are as a person. It has healed you. And now you can teach that to others. You can teach the others and empower others with this information, with this knowledge, with this newfound strength that you have within yourself now. On 10th of February, Mercury is entering your house of communication, and it will stay there for 9 weeks. There might be a project, a mundane project. It could be an office communication. It could be a branding exercise. It could be a project by which you're reaching larger set of people, which might require you to rework and add more quality to over the course of next couple of weeks. You might be reworking that, embellishing it, making it perfect, and it could be your skill set as well. If you are the product and you're the one who's introduced and launched, you might be sort of sharpening and honing your skills. And this is a gift of sorts. This Mercury retrograde is not an issue. It is when a Mercury retrograde happens in water signs, we embellish ourselves. We add quality to our work. It does not mean that the work stops, because this is not a fire sign. This is water sign. So things are flowing and moving forward in March as well, but you are adding more quality to it. You will be spending more time on that project, especially if you're starting something after 19th of February. Be prepared that it will require more input, it will require more effort, it will require more work, which will be longer than what you expect. Then on 14th of February, as I mentioned, happy Valentine's Day, and Mars moves into the sign of Venus, into Taurus. What a beautiful sign to have our energy devoted to, because it positively aspects you, it energizes you. Especially the December born ones will feel energized after 14th of February even more and more easily. It removes the inflammation, the negative jarring energy. Even if there was any left at the first half of the month, it sort of detoxes that, and it gives you the impetus to do new things which are more joyful in nature, because it is in your house of joy. So spending more time with your loved ones, spending more time with your children, spending more time doing what you love. It could be that you might be spending more time on your business or a creative project that you want to become more serious about, or you want to stabilize a hobby into business, and you start working on it, and you'll be spending about 1.5 months on that. From 14th of February till end of March, we'll be having our energy devoted into the area of joy, and that is excellent energy to have. 15th, 16th or 17th, because of Cancer moon, you might feel that you're completing a chapter and moving into a new one, especially in your partnership. Maybe a new phase is starting in your partnership after that impulsive energy that we had around 13th of February. This is a new chapter starting, and it will require you to be different, as I said. Then 16th to 20th gives us the implementation of Bradley Cooper syndrome, because Saturn and Neptune together, they start aspecting Venus and Mercury. So our mind and our heart sort of starts working on our aspirations, which is beautiful. It is stabilizing. It is you implementing a project that you've been looking to do for a long time. This is you getting ready to launch something that you've been looking to launch for some time. But with Mercury and Neptune together, 18th to 20th of February is not a great time to get into a detailed discussion of something. It's a very inspirational energy, very high on inspiration, but it's not a good time to negotiate. It's not a good time to get into documentation and signing something that requires you to look at clauses, that requires you to go into the details. If you have to sign something in the second half of the month and after 19th of February, better to do it around 22nd or 23rd of February, because we'll be having Pluto involved, which gives us the impetus to look at something deeply and more thoroughly. And also the appeal of what you're creating. If there's a communication you're doing, or a new product you're creating, or the branding, the appeal of that needs to be more at an emotional level versus data driven. Meaning that if you're sort of preparing a pitch for a client or a deal for a client, there has to be something more than facts that support us, something that appeals their emotions, appeals their water side of them, the feeling side of them. So that is, in my view, a way to be more successful in your pitch after 18th of February. Then Sun enters Pisces. You're about to get very, very busy After 18th of February, things get very busy. But as you're getting busy, on 19th of February, we have a full moon in Virgo, in your house of adventure. This is a beautiful month. Both of the full moon and the new moon this month are very exciting. The full moon is about completing something that gives you more information and education. It is about expanding our mind. And how do we expand our mind? It could be that you're going for a certification, you're going for an education, you're going for a journey which is going to add to you. You're traveling for a reason, to learn something, to interact with people who are different from you, and you want to learn from them. You might be meeting people who are completely different from you, foreign business affairs, foreign people, foreign love affairs, which add faith to you, which add more value to you, which sort of enhance your skill sets and enhance your higher mind. This is about higher thinking, higher knowledge. It's not about day-to-day work. This is about you gaining more knowledge from something bigger than day-to-day. And if you've been looking to sort of take a leap of faith, which could be in form of you deciding to move countries, you deciding to legalize and become a citizen of a country different from yourselves, or you deciding to get married to somebody who's different from you, going for a leap of faith, this full moon encourages us to do that. It's coming with a very, very bold aspect. It's coming with the bold star of Regulus. Regulus is the star which moon is meeting with Regulus on the full moon. Regulus moon is known for Margaret Thatcher and for Winston Churchill. It is a moon that is known for having the guts, having the ambition, having the public prominence and honor when we take a leap of faith, when we take a chance on ourselves. So it's asking you to sort of have faith in your talents, have faith in powers beyond yourself. I know I've been saying this, that karma is your dharma. You believe that hard work is luck. But this is a full moon of luck. This is a full moon where the luck flows more easily, where faith flows more easily in whatever you have started, in your new starts, in your communication, in how you're interacting with your surroundings. If there's a new project that you start as a result of this full moon, which could be in form of a course, which could be in form of a certification, in form of you traveling to conduct foreign affairs, because this is Virgo, it is a mutable sign. There is chances of embellishment happening in that during the course of next couple of weeks. So you'll be changing and you'll be creating iterations of that as we go. This full moon affects most of us because it's happening at 1 degree. So we are on verge of starting something exciting. But especially if you're December born, this is very, very exciting for you because it's positively aspecting you. You'll feel the easy flow of opportunities in form of foreign people favoring you, mentors favoring you. If you're part of any foreign business coming easy, clients favoring you, education coming easy, talent coming easy, ability to publish your work coming easily, those kind of things. Then on 22nd of February, the lucky streak continues because Mercury and Jupiter are meeting each other. So your words are blessed. You get some positive communication. At the very least, you get a boost in your thinking process, which gives you new ideas. Something to be careful about as a part of this full moon, as well as on 22nd of February, is not to over promise as a part of what you're delivering. Be aware that Mercury is in a shadow period from 19th of February. So what you're promising right now, be very, very sure about your ability to deliver it. Be a little bit careful on that side because the energy is very over the top, and Jupiter usually makes us over promise, makes us over positive about our capability to deliver something. So being a little bit, maybe even conservative, maybe promise less, deliver more kind of a thought process would be better for you around 22nd of February. Then on 23rd of February, both Venus and Mercury, they're interacting with Pluto. This is hot. This is sexy. This is so very appealing to people who you're pitching. If you've decided you want to pitch something to somebody, do it on 23rd of Feb. This is very, very intense, very, very positive, very much you being able to convince somebody about your point of view, especially if you have planets between 21 degree to 23 degree, which means you're born between 11th to 13th of January. You can buy it and sell it, as they say. You will be able to get your point across to a set of people, to an authority figure, to a person who's a co-worker, to a client who you want to acquire. This is a great time to do that all the way till 24th of February. Then from 25th to 27th of February, Sun and Mars are in interaction with each other. This is burst of energy. You will feel energized to implement something new. Your creative juices are flowing. This is excellent for getting things done, which sort of were taking time earlier, especially if you're a December born. This will be very, very positive for you to get things moving on a mundane level, on a day-to-day level. Then Venus is receiving a bit of a jarring aspect with Uranus. So there might be some surprises. Either your loved one surprises you. There might be some family surprises happening around 28th of February all the way to early March, which we need to brace ourselves for. There might be, because of the way your partner has decided to change something in their life, or you have decided to make some changes in their life. There is a bit of an exciting but at the same time surprising news on a personal level that might come at the end of the month. But Venus is in your sign, so it's, in my view, it is bound to be positive for you. It's a good time to create a stark change in your looks as well, a surprising change in the kind of look you want to present. But I would suggest to if you're planning to do any kind of changes in your look, and this is an excellent month to do that, do it from 16th to 20th of February. The energy is most potent between 16th to 20th of February. If you want to get a haircut, you want to get a new hairstyle, completely change the way you look, change your wardrobe, 16th to 20th of February is the best time to do it. So good luck for a very, very beautiful month ahead. We are not going to have this positive a month for a long time, so take advantage of this and move mountains. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and I look forward to working with you throughout 2019. Thank you.